Hey everybody, welcome to vlog number 2. I appreciate y'all watching the first one. Thank you for your comments and feedback. But let's just get into this. So I talked about politics and us being smart. And the day after the vlog was uploaded, CNN did the ultimate unsmart thing in politics. Um, I understand, again, like I said, not everybody is in favor of Donald Trump being the president. I get it. Not everybody likes him. But we have to be respectful and we have to bring ideas and knowledge to the table. So a fake story was run on Donald Trump. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to get into all that. But let's just say the fake story was run by BuzzFeed, I believe it was. And before you knew it, CNN had picked it up and ran with it. Now, the majority of the news networks out there, MSNBC, Fox News, all these other places you can go to, local news channels, nobody ran with the story. The Washington Post, New York Times, none of them ran with it because they researched it and found out it was fake. CNN still ran with the story regardless if it was fake or not. That is exactly what I was referring to last week. Can we not, as a people, come together and be smarter with how we look at these things and make sure that we have fact before we say something, and just the garbage that comes out of mouths, it's just despicable in this day and age. We should be smart enough to go, well, hey, there's Google knows all, and you can Google stuff, you can Google answers, there's Wikipedia, and I know those aren't the greatest places for answers, but for the majority of stuff you're looking for, you're going to find it there, especially politics. There's multiple news and media outlets that you can go to read: Huffington Post, Washington Times, New York Times, LA Times, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. They're all there. Can we just get smart and take a step back and read the whole story, hear the whole conversation, hear the whole quotation before we make up our minds? Like I said last week, we need to come together as a people. It doesn't matter what party you're a part of. We have to work on getting better with our communication to each other. And until that communication is fixed between all the different parties and all the peoples in America, I don't know where we're going. Hopefully in the right direction. Hopefully people will take a step back and start to listen and go, okay, what is being said? What are the plans? What are the preparations? What is this bill? Or what is my state doing? Or, that's the stuff we need to be looking at. And we need to understand it before we vote on it. We need to understand it before we open our mouths. All I'm asking is for a little bit of, you know, group kindness, I guess. Realize your fellow man and fellow woman, they have a right to their opinion and they may have a valid point you have not thought of. Anyways, let's get out of politics. I'm done with politics. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been looking for a Wii U. I finally found one. One was taken and brought to GameStop as a return, not a return, but a trade-in. So I finally got my hands on one, and I've started playing Zelda, the Twilight Princess in HD. And it's very nice to play on a normal controller versus the old nunchuck joystick thing. I didn't like that at all. Oh man, I've wanted to play this game for a long time, but I was, my daughters, they rule my life. They tell me what they want. So when they came and visited me this summer, and they said they wanted their Wii U after they left, I promptly mailed it in a box to them, which relinquished my control of Twilight Princess on Wii, Wind Waker, all these other games that I hadn't played yet. So now I've got a Wii U again. It was very difficult to find. I didn't pay any outrageous price. But what I find really funny about this is I've been hunting one. Nintendo did cease production of these, and there's not that many left out there to purchase. If you look on Walmart, last I checked, they were sold out. Amazon was sold out. AFES, because I'm in the military, I can look on their website. I've called multiple stores, BX's. I've called Walmart, Kmart, Target, sold out. It's impossible to get. So I got really lucky. And as soon as the girl said, oh yeah, we just traded one, I was like, I need you to take my name. I'm on my way to get it. So I immediately drove a little over an hour to the GameStop to pick it up immediately. Now, hopefully you guys, if you're looking for one, you have better luck than me. But be careful, because on eBay, they're going up in excess of $400 now for a Wii U. Brand new ones, I think 408. In the high I saw for the white brand new 32 gigabyte Wii U, one of the Mario editions was like $800, and it's because you can't get them anymore. So please, 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 if you're looking for a Wii U, shop around. I also, ironically, this was a big week for Nintendo. Nintendo Switch reveal. So that was pretty cool. It was a nice little treehouse thing they did, showing off the games. I'm ecstatic and ready for Breath of the Wild. I think it's going to be a great entry into the Zelda series. But I did get my Switch pre-ordered and my deluxe edition of Breath of the Wild. So both are ordered through Amazon, and I have my fingers crossed that they will show up on March 3rd. And I won't have any issues getting my console because Nintendo already came out and said there is going to be a limited amount available, and everywhere I've looked is sold out. I got my one copy, and that's all I was able to get. I know the GameStop I went to, I was discussing it with them, and they said they had codes taken away from them to give to other stores because they had run out. So pretty much everywhere I know is sold out. If you didn't get it, you better be ready for the next batch that pops up and after the initial launch on March 3rd. Good luck to you if you haven't got one yet and you might find one. Good luck to those who are trying to get into that. Make sure they get one after the launch. And I hope everybody who pre-ordered one, it lives up to your expectations and you like the game as much as possible. I will say, I was a little surprised. There's not many titles coming out at launch, but the one title I wanted to come at launch was the Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game. So I'm very, very ecstatic. Like, I got what I wanted. I feel bad for people who aren't as big as Zelda fans not getting any other games to supplement their library and getting what they wanted. But I think, there's not a huge lineup here, guys, at the beginning. But if you look at the titles that are to come out through the years, or through the rest of the year through Christmas, I think it's going to be a good catalog for the Nintendo Switch versus what we had on the Wii U. The catalog was kind of weak and it wasn't that great. So let's hope that Nintendo does the right thing here and they release games. The big game I'm looking forward to is Pokemon Stars, because I've been saying this for years. I will hands down buy every Nintendo product that I can play a Pokemon game on. Not Pokemon Tournament or these other Pokemon games, Pokemon Snap. I want legit Pokemon. Like, I want Sun and Moon. If Stars lives up to what it's supposed to be and it's not just a rumor and we get it on the Nintendo Switch, it'll be amazing. Because I'll literally be able to sit in front of my TV and play Pokemon sitting in my house. I won't have to, don't get me wrong. I like my 3DS. I have my 3DS for Pokemon primarily and a couple of the Zelda games that I can't get on console. But I would love to just be able to sit at the TV and relax and play some Pokemon there. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Make sure you let me know in the comments below if you're excited for any of these games that are coming out. If you're excited for the Switch, how you felt about their whole Treehouse show they did and, the launch titles. But other than that, guys, let's talk about some PT. I have still been walking around 5 miles plus a day, eating healthy, 15 to 1600 calories. I'm still tracking it through my S Health. So I'm very, very happy with this state. I feel better. My knees don't hurt as bad as they did when I initially started. I still have the pain in my left knee on the interior. But, hopefully over time, I have physical therapy starting very soon for my knees, and I'll get a knee protocol through them. So hopefully this will get better and maybe this pain will go away once and for all, and we'll just shed some weight this year. As far as, eating, I found the greatest snack ever. It's probably not that great of a snack, but it is habanero barbecue almonds. I don't know why I didn't try them before. I always bought just, the salted almonds, lightly salted with sea salt. But I saw these and I had to give them a shot, and they are amazing. Like, I have to be careful. Like with the regular almonds, I'll eat the ounce or whatever it says is the recommended serving size so I can keep track of my calories. These I can't help but eat more. And it's really ridiculous. Like, I'm really like, okay, I've got to stop eating. It's like 27 almonds is what you can eat. It doesn't sound like that much, but that's a big snack to me, and I get excited when I get to have it. But I've been eating a lot of fruit, pears. I love pears. They're in season right now. I've been able to get them. Bananas and, oh God, there's a nectarines. I've had nectarines. So it's been pretty good. I make sure I eat breakfast every day. It's not too big, but not too small of a meal. This morning my breakfast was kind of smaller than it should have been. I had a glass of water, an orange juice, and I had a yogurt, Dan and Oikos raspberry yogurt, along with a bagel and some cream cheese. So not that half healthy, half not healthy. I don't know how you want to look at it, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm learning to eat smaller portions, which was the big thing for me before. I would go, you go to a restaurant and the size of the plate you get in front of you is not a portion size whatsoever. And I could eat 2 or 3 of those whole plates. Now I'm getting to the point where I don't think I could do that anymore. I don't think I can go sit down in a restaurant without forcing myself or stuffing myself to a point where I might be sick eating that much. So, the last month has been good teaching myself portion control and making sure I'm eating healthy. I did find out something really, really funny the other day. What cracked me up was I made salmon, and it was Caribbean jerked. I marinated it for a day in Caribbean jerk, two salmon patties, or steaks, whatever you want to call them. And they literally have 41 ounces or 41 calories in a salmon steak, which cracked me up because that's like, a normal size steak has 41. I thought it would have more than that, just like the rest of the food I'm eating. But, I guess I'll continue to eat it. That just means I can eat probably, 1.5 probably would be better recommended serving size for me to go along with, a starch in, a vegetable that's extremely healthy, like some greens, kale, something like that, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, some of the really good greens out there. But as I learn more, I told you guys I'd keep you up to date, let you know. I'm doing really good at this point. I'm starting to feel much, much better. So I've also taken another big change, and I don't have one in front of me. Oh, my vape. So I've started, with my vaping. I do vape a lot still, but I have switched all my juice to zero nicotine. No more nicotine dependence at all. So it's all just flavor at this point. I'll continue to vape because I'm used to it and I like it. But, that last dependency, from smoking for so long is gone. No longer needed. If somebody hands me a vape and it's got nicotine in it, I drastically start coughing. So it's kind of funny. Other than that, guys, that's about it. This week, the Wii U, played a lot of Legend of Zelda. I'm going to be playing a lot of Final Fantasy right now because patch 3.5 just came out. And there's a new 24-man raid. There's a new trial. There's, new storylines going through, new anima quests to upgrade your animal weapon. So got a lot of work to do and a lot of catching up to do. Plus, we're still raiding. So we're working on A9S. We got really close last week. Had a lot of good fun. We pushed really hard. But on Saturday, again, of course, we'll be streaming our raid. And I hope you guys can come out and chill and hang out on Twitch. As always, thank you for watching. This wouldn't be anything without you guys. You guys make this fun. I find it bad sitting here talking just to the camera. You guys are making this worthwhile. So I will see you guys next week for another video log. And if there's any questions or comments or anything you want me to discuss, please put it in the bottom. Nothing crazy. I do check all my comments, but if there's a specific question you have, don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help. I want to promote a very friendly channel. This is not just for me. These vlogs are for everybody. So stay healthy, never give up, and walk your 1,000 miles in 2017. I'll see you guys later.